Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I'm back, and I wanted to go ahead and give my review over The Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip. This is, Season 1, Episode 4? Anyways, let me just say something before we get started. Hey, Jay. Some of y'all know my friend, some of y'all don't. So my friend Jay, he texted my phone the other day. You know, he's a Nene Leakes stan, okay? Girl, you are. So he texted my phone the other day talking about, girl, you don't never call Kenya out on her mess. I said, girl, what is you talking about? The whole Kenya and Cynthia thing. I try my hardest sometimes, and sometimes I might fail, to try and see everybody's perspective, right? I initially said, if you go back, and like I told him, I said, if you go back and watch my video, you would hear me say that I thought that Kenya was trying to pander to these white folk. And that I thought that she could have at least had Cynthia's back and said, oh, y'all, it's not that serious. It's just a game. But after thinking about it, too, I also understood kind of like, well, Kenya's whole point probably was when in Rome. Remember I said that on the third review? Kind of like, girl, these girls really not like that. They can't handle this, you know. They're probably used to like, she didn't say all of this, but they're probably used to like a light game. Like, you know, who's the shadiest? Okay, who's the cleanest? Who's the messiest? Who makes the best drinks? Who's the best cook? Even though these helpers have spent thousands and thousands of dollars on nose jobs and Botox and fillers and all that, this may not be the group for that. And then when you factor in that Cal has body image issues and, you know, so I understood. But I also told him too, I think I got y'all girls figured out. Yeah, like I said, are you acting like them crazy people who be trying to act like, girl, the girls over here getting paid and they on payrolls? And I think what it is that y'all listen to people's review. And if y'all know that we like someone or dislike someone, you're only listening to see if I'm going to drag Kenya, right? And if I don't drag Kenya the way that you think that I should drag Kenya, then I'm not being fair. Okay. You're not listening to anything else I said. I literally said that Kenya was pandering to them white people, the very first episode, that she should have had Cynthia's back, right? I said that the very first review. But of course, as the episodes go along, you start to kind of like, okay, I can kind of see, like, okay, girl, what Kenya was probably coming from. Like, girl, this is not the crew for that type of game. But in Cynthia's defense, it's also a game. Like, girl, this is just a game. This is just a game. It's not to have any type of malicious intent behind it. It's just a game. With that being said, like I also said, it's just a game. So when you have your friend coming downstairs crying about, you know, a court case on YouTube, girl, you should have been there to comfort your friend, girl. You mad about a game? Still, the next day. Y'all just want to see if I don't, girl, when I was calling Kenya all types of dumb bees and all of that, when Mark was on TV embarrassing her, girl, y'all ain't have nothing to say. We all have our biases. I think I give Kenya the business when I feel like she needs to be given the business. This, I don't think she should have been given the business like that. Right? I like who I like. Y'all like who y'all like. Am I ever gonna probably, girl, drag Kenya the way I be pulling peach juice through the street? Probably not. Peach Juice and Kenya are two completely different people. I want y'all to think about the shit that Peach Juice has done, okay? And the way that she really moves versus Kenya. That's why I be sticking it to Peach Juice that way. Anyways. But yeah, sister, girl, don't text my phone no more with that mess. Don't text my phone about that mess, girl. Y'all just be wanting to get on the people pages, talking about, girl, trying to see if we dragging the people the way you want us to drag the people. And if we don't drag the people that you feel as though we should have drugged the person, all of a sudden, girl, it's a problem. But, girl, y'all don't even be listening to the reviews, because if you did, girl, you would have heard me say the very first review. Anyways, girl, shout out to my friend. Hey, girl. Anyways, all right. So, Michael and Luann. I got my good eye on Michael, okay? And I got my good eye on Miss Luann. But quiet as this kept, Luann ain't committed to nobody, okay? If anybody need to be watching what they doing or who they flirting with, it's Mr. Michael. All right. Louis has written notes, cards for Teresa, pretty much like a card, I think, every day for the trip. Luann lets it be known that she has a man, I think, that's coming down to the Hamptons. You know, she's very much, you know, someone who believes, you know, in sex is good for the soul. I thought, no, that's right. Cynthia and Nene not being friends. She's okay with them not being friends. You know, it is what it is. You know, now she's kind of going through her thing with Kenya, but she's accepted that her and Nene, you know, are just not friends. They talked about Bethany, and basically people kind of like crossing lines for the sake of television. I guess Bethany showed a picture of Luann's ex-husband on the show kissing someone in a bar, and that was her first time ever seeing that. They asked a good question. What about the stuff? Is it okay to bring stuff to the show that's already in the tabloids? I think that's a fair question. Kind of like the Eddie rumors from Potomac. Like that, even though, you know, they say there were rumors, is it fair game to bring it to the show? I think it might be fair game. I don't know. Like, if it was my friend, I wouldn't bring it to the show. But I could see how someone, if you're not someone's friend, how they could bring it to the show. And I think it's also how you might do it too. Like in the Giselle situation with the whole Eddie thing, Giselle is really trying to convince us that she had no ill intent and that she wanted to make sure that Wendy was okay. But she mentioned it on camera at least 4 or 5 times before it even made it to Wendy, a rumor that Wendy already knew about. So there's nothing for you to tell Wendy because she knows about it. And then you were not even the one who told her, Ashley was. Okay, so I guess in a way it just depends on who it is, how it's delivered, and what's the intent behind it. It's Melissa's day. They're gonna go Dune buggy. Was it Dune buggy? I was kind of confused because I was like, girl, why they coming out with dresses and heels on? The only person who looked like they was dressed for like an adventure to me was Cynthia. Cynthia had on some jeans, some tennis shoes, and like a little, what is it called? Captain? I don't know what it's called, girl. They were talking about Cal basically told Kenya that, you know, she was, you know, kind of surprised about, I guess, the way Kenya moves, because she was like, you're really, really sweet. And Kenya's whole thing was like, you know, yeah, you know, basically, the girls try to make you look like a villain, and that's what it is. Like, but the truth is, if you've ever really heard people speak about Kenya outside of Real Housewives of Atlanta, everybody says that Kenya is like the nicest, sweetest person. Like, I don't know why people really don't kind of take that into consideration, but girl, like, you really don't hear people talk about Kenya being this mean, evil, you know, low down, trifling person outside of the show. I ain't even gonna drag her. Girl, I was about to bring peach juice into it. Anyway, so they make it there, and girl, I thought it was kind of funny that nobody really wanted to wear the helmets. Girl, when I say I saw it hollering, when they were like, the helmets are already clean, we made sure that they were sanitized, and Cal was looking. Bitch, Cal was looking inside that helmet like, girl, if that helmet is dirty, girl, don't put that on my hair. I said, no, that's right. Can I just clean it myself just to make? Can you just go get me some hand sanitizer and a little bit of Lysol, some Lysol wipes? I want to make sure this. I don't know who head this been on. Okay. So they make it to the restaurant after they do the little ride, the Dune, the carts thing. And Kenya says, okay, I'll order first. And so Kenya is ordering, and then Ramona just interrupts her. Ramona is rude. Like, Ramona, the last couple of episodes, I will say Ramona ain't really did too much of nothing, so I'm not really going to be on her neck like that. But Ramona is rude. So they decide to play a game called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. And, one of the questions was, how has the show affected your relationship? And Cal answers the question. Well, they showed Cal answering the question. I'm sure probably everybody had some input, but they talked about she talked about the Housewives curse and does the show ruin a marriage? And to me, Cal was kind of like how I feel about it too. Like, if you come into this situation and you already have cracks in your marriage, then yeah, your marriage is probably not going to last. Like, and the first person I thought about was, I don't know if some of you watched this show. It's called Love and Marriage Huntsville on TV. And, anybody who's been looking at the show would know that Marceau and Tisha have had problems in their marriage. If you listen to Tisha will let you know it wasn't until the last, 3 years ago where we really started to have issues, girl, which 3 years ago was a start of them being on this show. So y'all have already had cracks in your relationship. It's just that now you're on this television show, and now, girl, these cracks have turned into potholes, right? So I guess in a way, somebody could say that the show ruined your marriage, but did the show really ruin your marriage? I mean, because you can get off the show and go back to living in ignorance, right? Acting like ain't nothing going on. But those problems that were in your marriage prior to you being on television. Now the downside of that is you have, millions of people or hundreds of thousands of people critiquing your marriage, leaving comments online. And if you are online, now you're probably starting to, take that stuff in. And it's like, girl, hold up, what's tea? You know what I'm saying? So I'm with Cal's kind of like, girl, if you already have cracks in your marriage, I get it how being on reality TV can make those cracks turn into, again, potholes. But girl, those issues are already there. So was it really reality TV that ruined your marriage? Or is it just that now, girl? And if that's the case, then get off of reality TV and go back to living in ignorance is bliss. Anyways, the perks, Cynthia said, basically meeting people who she probably would never have been friends with, before, probably, i.e. Nene Leakes. Girl, I did not see Nene Leakes and Cynthia Bailey being friends, ever. The kids feeling the type of way about them being on the show. Ramona was talking about how, I think her daughter was kind of like, I'm supposed to be the famous one. I ain't gonna say jealous, but I'm not gonna say jealous. Affected by the comments on social media. Kenya talked about, the Walter incident where Walter swore up and down that Kenya paid her. And I'm just like, girl, my argument to this day is, bitch, look at Kenya Moore. If Kenya, do you really think that Kenya has a problem? Even if it's just on some shallow, Kenya is gorgeous type of stuff, right? Do you really think Kenya has a problem getting a men being interested in her? And do you think that she would pay somebody like Walter? I'm not saying Walter is a bad looking guy, but girl, is he worth cutting a check for to be on a girl? But of course, people believe Walter. She says she's never paid a man, and she puts that on God. The worst thing happened on the show. Luann talks about keeping your sanity intact. Girl, I thought it was funny. Cal is funny. Cal is probably one of the funniest ones, girl. She says funny stuff. But she said, they was talking about like making this a housewife support group. And she was like, hi, my name is Cal. I'm a real housewife from Beverly Hills. So the sleepover. I thought it was funny when they showed Melissa's daughter basically calling them some old ass bitches. Girl, y'all are 40. Why are y'all wearing this? Girl, I said, girl, that is not old. Helpful. Anyways, Ramona, y'all know I don't too much care for Miss Ramona. Baby, I loved her outfit. Girl, she had popped that collar, Miss Thing, had that shirt tied in a knot. She had a little piece of her bra short. I said, Luann came downstairs with her shirt open. Girl, jewelry, just going down her neck. I said, okay, Miss Luann. It was really, really cute. So Kenya is upstairs crying. Mark has texted Kenya basically playing mind games. And Kenya is on vacation, and now she's crying and upset because, again, he's playing mind games. Kyle comes up, and she I'm not saying Cynthia is a horrible friend, but y'all be giving Cynthia too much. Like, Cynthia has done shady shit throughout her Real Housewives of Atlanta, span. Right? Like, the simple fact that Kyle knew, and let me say this, because I know some of y'all, because I've said this before, this is a reality show. Your reality is supposed to be shown, right? I also can understand that everybody, as much as you can kind of keep grips on your business, you are going to try to. So, even if you sign up for a reality show, I think that there are some people, most people, who really don't want their business in the streets, right? And they're going to try to make sure that the stuff that they don't want people to know about, they try to keep it as close as possible to home as they can. So I get that part. Kenya, this is a reality show, girl. It is what it is, right? With that being said, Cal kind of knew, okay, girl, I'm going to come in and check, close the door. Then here comes Miss Cynthia walking in, girl, letting the cameraman in. Cynthia, you've been in this game long enough to know more than likely there was not a cameraman in that room. So why are you allowing a cameraman in the room? It's stuff like that makes me side-eye Cynthia, right? Like, girl. Cynthia says that she was talking to somebody. I think Kyle. She says that he's not a bad guy. Why do y'all not like calling people? Like, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all right now, girl. One of my friends, she already knew. Girl, once upon a time, I didn't like her. She was a lesbian. I didn't like her girlfriend, and her girlfriend didn't like me. It wasn't none of that bullshit going around her, girl. No, girl, I can't stand that bitch, and she don't like me, and that's fine. Why do y'all have a problem with not telling the truth about the people who your friends date? Like, I'm not saying you got to go around bashing him, but girl, in that moment, more than likely, I would have been like, fuck that nigga. He's trash, and she deserves better. But you downstairs talking about he's a good guy. Girl, no, he's not. He's not. And girl, you probably know more than what we know. You've probably been there firsthand. Like, what we know is only the few minutes that we've seen of Mark Daly on Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that was enough for me to know he was a fuck nigga. Okay? So when you're there and you're shooting these scenes at these galas and, y'all been there for 8-9 hours, I don't know, girl. And when y'all are going out on dinner dates and all this, you get to see firsthand how much of, a no good trifling ass motherfucker he is. We only see, 3 or 4 minutes in a scene? 2 or 3 minutes in a scene? Girl, I need to get this fly out of my goddamn apartment. And it is driving me insane. See, this is why I can't even open up my patio door. And it feels so good outside right now. But these flies, I thought I got it. But these flies be coming in. And I cannot get them to leave. And it feels too good outside not to have your patio door open, okay? You know, the Houston weather, it'd be 155 degrees outside. Not really, but it'd be hot as hell in Houston. So, girl, when it get down to 60, honey. Anyways, but yeah. Michael, I knew my bitch. Michael takes a shot with Luann. He puts a shot, they're playing a game. And he puts the shot glass in his mouth. Luann straddles him. Now, mind you, this is a married man. This ain't Luann's fault. Because why does this count? If I was Luann, I would have fucked Michael. And went on by and left that island like ain't shit happened. Girl, that ain't got nothing to do with me, girl. That ain't nothing to do. Girl, Michael done put a shot glass in his mouth. Luann, and then she kissed him. And I just is a married man with a whole wedding band. You know what's so crazy? Like, it's cute. It's cute because at first, you know, that he was very much, hello, how are you? Now he's just kind of like taking shots with the girls. It's cute. I like it. I guess it just goes to show how comfortable he is around them and how comfortable they are around him. How comfortable he is around them and how comfortable they are around him. So it's kind of cute. Girl, Kyle talks about her fucking at a party. Girl, she said, it's she got that was at a black tie event or something, and she said it was a table of 10, and she said her Mauricio was fucking at the table. I said, yes. Anyways, girl, she said she lifted her dress up, and she said that was fucking at the table in front of everybody. I said, bitch, what? She said, she was like, money can't buy you class. Like, Cal is really, really funny. Like, Cal is funny. She just sneaky on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. But Cal is really, really funny. And that was pretty much the end of it. Cal called Mauricio, and her and Kenya were talking to Mauricio on FaceTime. It was cute. Girl, not to be messy, but girl, Kenya would look great with Mauricio. When they showed that clip of them, it's a future episode. When they saw them sitting at that table, I was like, I'm looking at Kenya and looking at Mauricio. I said, bitch, they would look good together, bitch. Anyways, girl, let me stop trying to ruin people's marriages. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.